Happy Saturday, Vikings. I hope you're having a wonderful day and bringing in this weekend with much joy. There's tons of activity, not only within our ecosystem, but in the market in general. I'll do a quick comms check. Can I get a quick thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay? All right. We'll go ahead and give this about another minute or so, and then we'll get started. Now, we will have an opportunity at the end of the sessions for any questions that you may have. And I'm sure there are plenty with all the updates and expansions that we've seen. Things are certainly heating up, and it is a very, very exciting time, especially as we get closer and closer to the live mainnet launch of Valhalla. Tons of activity already. And as I stated before, we will see activity continue to grow exponentially, not only on the user base, but beyond that, just the excitement within the community that's been waiting so long. I will have a chance to go into these details in our weekly session today. Now, let's get this going. I want to reward all those that got here on time. Luckily, this program is recorded, so for all those that aren't able to attend it live, you will be able to get the information. For those that are OGs, or those that today's day one, we welcome you into this weekly VC session. Now, staying on top of our socials is a great way to stay updated. Not only announcements, but just things that are coming down the horizon. And there's one specific program that I always go back to because I think it just holds tons of information and you get it directly from a core team member. And that, of course, is the monthly AMA session with B. Now, if you missed our previous AMA with B, it was on the 7th of October. But if you didn't catch it live, there's actually a transcript of the entire session. And this is really important because it covers a couple things that if you haven't really been following, you may not have your finger on the pulse. So if you want to know a little bit more on the scalability and reliability of the Floki trading bot and what this team is going to do to make sure that it's at the very, very top of the list of the absolute must-have in your financial instrument toolbox in blockchain, it really does, go into a little bit of insight. But mind you, we make sure that we have the right talent, the right devs, the right engineers, both on the front end and on the back end to make sure that it is successful. Now, one of the things that I thought was most telling out of this AMA, because for me, I always love leaks, and I know that our community does as well, is that there was a reference to a big utility announcement for TokenFi before the end of the year. Now, with this revelation, it certainly makes it an exciting time, especially if you look at our roadmap for 2024. There are some things you've already checked off, and there's some things that remain. So the fact that we know that the mainnet launch of Valhalla is coming in November, and now that there's a big utility announcement for TokenFi, outside of all the other announcements and partnerships that we've had within this last 2 quarters, it certainly begs the question on what comes next. So all you need to do is stay tuned, and I suggest you go through the AMA because with B, because it certainly covers a lot of different things that are important, and I'll just bring out a couple. One, there will be newly released networks for the Floki trading bot, but mind you, we don't like to rush anything. We want to make sure that our products are tried and true and tested, When it's ready, we know we will be notified. Right? And as we've seen throughout the lifeline of many of our ecosystem products, there's always uh, a test net, there's always a beta, there's always a way for us to be able to engage with specific ecosystem products, and like as needed. So just stay tuned. But uh, I'm sure the team will keep us informed as soon as we have something ready to reveal. Now, I've been getting a lot of messages in regards to Graphon, and we have tons of literature on this already. But one of the biggest things that I think is important for us to know with this is that Floki is actually a 40% equity stakeholder, right, and owner of Graphon, which is great. So essentially, 40% of the revenue is going to Floki. And for those questions that are coming in and how those profits will be used, there will be some announcements coming up very soon with that. So these are all incredible questions that were actually fielded by the community that get selected, and those that do get selected, obviously that there's a prize with that. So I suggest you go ahead and take a look of the transcript, because there's tons of great information there. And if you're wondering, uh, like what comes next for our roadmap, 2024 is coming to an end, but 2025 is right around the corner. So if you've been here from day one, you could wholeheartedly attest to the fact that we've come a long way, right, from the very beginning, and nothing should surprise you. So of course, 2025, I'm sure, is riddled with exciting news and an expansion of our already incredible ecosystem, but also breaking in to potentially new areas within blockchain. Now, mind you, that's just me speculating on that end. But if you were to extrapolate how far we've come in different directions outside of what we thought was possible in 2021, it certainly carries that tune. So hopefully we'll get updates on that very, very soon. Now, you heard me talk a little bit about the trading bot. Um, the trading bot is certainly going to bring more eyes and ears into everything that makes Floki and TokenFi special. Now, of course, in blockchain, it's very, very tribal. So usually if you're not invested in something or you follow certain influencers, you may not see a project, right? You may, see it on market cap, CMC, you may see it on CoinGecko, but you may not like be fully in it. I may not understand what it's about, or it may be just truly like one dimensional from the perspective of certain people on blockchain. But those that know what Floki's done. But with this trading bot, it's really going to bring us into all these different communities, because the product is superior by far. And it will continue to offer features, not only make it easy to use, but enhance your capacity to get in and out of the trades that interest you. In addition to that, the trading bot offers opportunities to do specific competitions. And now we're in round 3 of the cat trading competition. Now, we always talk about engaging with the community and the core team, always making sure that the community has an opportunity to be able to partake in specific campaigns, right, where they could take something home with them. And with this round 3, it's literally riding on the coattails of 2 successful rounds prior, round 1 and round 2. Now, mind you, round 2 alone saw $330 plus worth of cat tokens that were distributed to the participants. Let that sink in, right? That was just in round 2 alone. So remember, 1.5% of the total cat supply was specifically allocated for this competition. That's a massive amount, just on itself. But round 3 of the Floki trading bot and the cat trading competition is ending this Thursday, October 17th. So make sure that you participate. And if you want to get additional details on how to do that, we recently shared a social media post that essentially is a guide on how to be able to move through it. So go and get active and take that chunk of that 1.5%. Now, for those wondering, yes, there are 4 rounds. And yes, we did make amendments to our first announcement of these competitions. We actually extended it. So if you follow the thread, you'll see that this certainly has evolved. And it's very, very exciting. Now, speaking of exciting news, have you been following our partners with Sunderland AFC as well as Nottingham Forest? We always share images of their matches, videos. It certainly is exciting. Most recently, we shared another memorable month of special goals. And the most recent post is actually very exciting. It was posted on October 7th. You actually see Chris Rigg, who's like a midfielder, and wears number 11, score that wonderful goal. And it's so, so exciting to see not only him, the individual, but the team in general. And we always rally behind our partners. We're very excited with their success and we'll continue to follow them as such. So stay posted for more updates on that. But always engage in those social media posts if you can. It's a wonderful way to let our partners know that we're there with them from every corner of the globe. Now, speaking of various corners of the globe, this next announcement takes us to Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. And we recently shared on X several images of our Valhalla campaign live in the massive Santos Dumont Airport in Rio de Janeiro. Now, if you wonder how many screens, we're talking over 60 displays showcasing our incredible play to earn blockchain metaverse game. And through these campaigns, all along the airport, will provide exposure of 21 million views within the time frame of the campaign, which is 4 weeks. So for one entire month, it was absolutely a strategic campaign targeting a specific crypto hub in Latin America. Brazil's the very top of that. So with these marketing efforts led by Saber, with all these incredible deals and placements that we're getting for our brand, it certainly is putting Valhalla front and center. And in this case, in Brazil, front and center to key decision makers and high value audience members. And if you're wondering, well, why Brazil? Well, I mean, it's quite fair to say that it is the powerhouse of the region. And some quick facts: it is the largest country in South America, but it's the fifth largest nation globally, and it's the eighth largest GDP worldwide. And it actually leads in the Latin region in crypto volume. And it's been up 30% actually year over year. So that just should be very, very exciting to everybody listening, because when we're looking at the eighth largest GDP worldwide, that's very, very serious. And if you've been noticing, everything that has been happening in terms of partnerships or campaign exposure, it all falls within the strategy and the framework that Saber revealed to us. He did say that we will be tripling the exposure across our ecosystems in the next couple months. And we've been seeing that with targeted campaigns in key regions all over the world, making our presence known. But and we've grown accustomed to that. But what makes us even more special is that it's Valhalla centric, and it continues to grow. You're seeing Valhalla in certain sectors giving the credit where credit is due and focus on Valhalla that we've been waiting for so long. And the launch on mainnet is right around the corner. And if you're wondering about that airport, the Santos Dumont Airport, I mean, it's a massive airport. We know the central location, and I mean, it just gives us prestigious brand positioning in Rio de Janeiro, which is a major economic and cultural hub. And this truly, truly, truly is only the beginning. So stay tuned because we'll have more updates, more images, of course, of this campaign. But if anybody just so happens to be traveling within the 4 weeks of this campaign, please take some images and share with us. If you're wondering when the campaign started, mind you, we've got 4 weeks, started on October 1st. So truly, truly, truly is exciting. How exciting and excitement is the theme of today's program because there's a lot going on. There's a lot to be revealed. And there's also a lot to be unleashed. This is a great segue to the 30,000 Unleash the Thunder event. It's a $30,000 prize pool where you get to prove your worth in the arena. Now, if you haven't played Valhalla, the best time to start is right away. Not only is it fun, not only is it entertaining, not only does it give you an opportunity to be able to interface with our incredible community, but now we have this incredible incentive of a $30,000 prize pool. And it's not too late. Mind you, this campaign started on the 10th of October and will run up until October 16th. All you need to do is join the battle and you'll be able to get prize pool. You got to compete, of course. You need to fall within the specific ranks. And if you do, you can take your portion of $30,000 worth of Floki, Runics, Onyx, and more. Now, we shared literature on how the campaign works. Essentially, you need to compete in the PvP battles and collect storm fragments. So essentially, um, the more you fight, the more fragments you earn. You donate your storm fragments at the designated construction site. And this, of course, facilitates the building of a new structure. But it goes beyond that because as you climb the leaderboards, well, as you build the structures, of course, you can unlock exciting rewards. But as you climb the leaderboards, you see who contributes the most fragments. So I hope you're ready because not only is the campaign ongoing, but we also revealed the prizes along with the placements. So from first place to 20th place. Right, this is very, very exciting, okay? Because if you go to a recent social media post on the Unleash the Thunder event, $30,000 prize pool, first place, 50 million Floki. All the way down to 20th place, which is 1 million Floki. Of course, there's a bonus of additional rewards, including Runics, Onyx, and more. But don't sleep on this. Right? Even if you just want to participate, so you remember what it was like for this first campaign. And again, we do things that always bring our community together. This is just another example. It's exciting to see these screenshots of the leaderboards. Folks that have either been grinding or just started and extremely talented, but you can all do it. So join our massive MMORPG and share your experience, of course. Now, if you're confused or you don't know what steps to take, our website is a wonderful place to go. We have the best mods in the business, so you could always shoot out a quick question on our main chat in TG. But mind you, we offer tons of resources right, on our socials. And mind you, if you want to know, like how to play or get some better insight, mind you, the Twitch streams that we do, led by Not a Whale, are an incredible reference point because you're able to see the gameplay and essentially learn quickly because there's a lot. There's a lot. But there's always references. For example, if you wanted to know how to set up your wallet to connect to Valhalla, we've got references for that, and it shows you how to do that. I actually have a recent social media post that we shared on how to be able to do that. Again, we want you to have the information, and when it comes to Valhalla, we want you to have fun. We want to interface with our members from all over the world, and then of course, we want to battle. And then we'll certainly share, that link on how to connect your Web3 wallet to the Valhalla account. It's very, very, very easy to do. Mind you, with all these patches and all these updates, it's for a reason, right? And I think it's important that everyone realizes that. And I think this is a great opportunity to talk about our most recent patch. And we've had a couple of AMAs with Mr. Brown, and you can see how excited like he is. And when we heard also Jackie some time ago in one of the AMAs, um, these patches are massive, right? And they're taking us closer to the release on mainnet. But this patch, as I was mentioning, is massive, right? And it's 26.0. That patch is finally here and it is live and it does a lot of things. Number one, it reinstates many of the features, right, that we've been missing for some time as we were getting these updates. We have also for new players, there's a tutorial quest. It's really exciting. You have also um, there's been progress in the revamped character creation, and then also in terms of the Vera encounters, it's been improved, right, and specifically for the 1v1 battles. There's also experimental Valhalla Nexus, right, that merges both tabs that were previously required to play. The Vera cap level increased actually to 50. So this is, for those that have been playing and grinding for a while, then uh, now you have more space to grind, right? But it's the notion of getting matched with a 50 level Vera is frightening, right? If you're not prepped, but mind you, right, there's mechanisms in place so that you can certainly catch up. And then there's also balanced changes for multiple Veras, and then there's tons of bug fixes, right, that we're taking care of. If you want additional details on the full patch notes, we were able to share the link from Valhalla.game in our recent social media posts that specifically covers the patch 26.0. It is a storm of updates, and I'm very, very happy that it is live. Mind you, there's been tons of activity, and it just doesn't stop, and it certainly won't stop. Right? There's a lot that's happening within our community. Uh, Folks that have been here for 3 years already, over 3 years. It's a lot of loyalty, and everyone that's joined since then. We're all family, and we're all anticipating what's coming. And you feel the storm brewing. You see where we are all over the world, how our brand is being positioned in like major outlets covered globally, whether it's European football. We're seeing with these massive partnerships, most recently, of course, with Sunderland AFC and the Nottingham Forest, or whether we cross over into American football with the University of Miami Hurricanes, who are currently undefeated. I mean, this is wild, right? The campaign in Brazil, Valhalla centric. We're starting to see all these different things coming together. And the ecosystem certainly is robust and it's picking up steam with new features, new enhancements, and a true evolution being witnessed. We've made our mark every year since our inception. We've never stayed stagnant. Continue to redefine, continue to develop, continue to deploy, continue to deliver year over year. 2025 will be no different. And we should all be extremely excited with what the remainder of this fourth quarter will bring us all. I personally can't wait. So let's see here. I'll take a quick question. Hopefully, Spaces cooperates. Brandy, you've been unmuted. You got a question or a comment? Brandy, if you're talking, you're still muted on your end. All right, Brandy, we can come back to you again. Just a request, and we'll go ahead and get you in here. Hi, Unmasked. You've been unmuted. How are you? Yes, you're audible.
Yes, nice. That's nice. Well, I have a question about. I have been off for about a month, so actually, I have a question for how's TokenFi is going and how's your Launchpad is going, and basically, since you have like a Graphon as a secondary Launchpad, and this went well, especially during the first day. How is the development about TokenFi is going? Because I don't actually know. It's my basically first recap after a month. So basically, do you have any updates about that, or do you have any new website design or something else? Just this is my question, basically.
No, great question, great question. And this is one of the things, right, where it is from like a team member's perspective, it's hard to like take a vacation, right? Because if you're gone for a couple days or a week, like there's so much that happens, right? So I think I'll address your question from the first part, right? In terms of TokenFi, it's been like wildly successful. There's still some features that have to be revealed. Okay, of course, the AI smart contract auditor, the TokenFi Connect, the AI, generative AI function, right, for the NFTs, as well as the synergy of all that, right? Because that tokenization RWA module is very very exciting. But all these things get released when the time is right and when they're ready. But there's been an incredible successful last couple of months in regards to TokenFi, and then one of the things, right, that heralds this is our recent successful partnership with Simon's Cat, for example, to be able to help them transition from Web 2 to Web 3. Now, this is major, right? Just due to their IP and the strength of that brand. So it's very, very, very successful, right? So we've seen like that was a very, very like important launch. And outside of that, there's a lot more to come. Right, so the idea is that the TokenFi can continue to grow, right, as its own ecosystem, right, that's embedded with other parts of our ecosystem with Floki, right? So many projects that utilize, TokenFi and launch from there, create the token and launch from there, they can actually lock their LP with our Flokify token locker. So it's just been very, very successful nonetheless, and it continues to grow and build upon. In terms of a new website, there's no new website for TokenFi, but there is a new website for our Valhalla game. So, and that's Valhalla.game.
Okay. Thank you very much. And any progress about the RWA progress or any new info about the basically there's a launchpad. There's a new token that says that it's partnered with you at the TokenFi launchpad. I don't know whether it's verified that it's partnered with you. Something like a new cat
Um,
game or something like this. Um,
yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
you
know.
have to just make sure that you're getting all your information from the official channels at Floki, okay,
All
and
right.
TokenFi because there's tons of copycats and scammers out there, okay. So just make sure that you're on our right socials, okay.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Sure, not a problem. And then a quick way to do that, right, is when you go to the tokenfi.com, then you're able to you can scroll down to the launch pad, and then there it'll show you like the projects, not only the completed projects, but those that are coming. So hopefully that is helpful for you.
Yeah. Thank you very much once again.
No, not a problem, not a problem. And we have such a wonderful, wonderful community. And one of the things that I wanted to be able to relay is that we always keep our promises, right? We wanted to try different days, so we've been toggling between Friday and Saturday for our weekly VCs. We're also trying different times to be able to accommodate for our truly global community. So we're going to continue to work on different program options, but it's always important that we could provide you as much information as possible in a condensed format that you could enjoy at the time of your choosing. So we'd love to have our community join live because they could ask their questions, and I think it's really, really important, almost even more important than giving updates is hearing from the community, because sometimes folks are so busy, they're like working or things in their personal life that they may not have time to catch up on everything. And sometimes it could be quite intimidating if you're out of the of the just regular updates for a couple days or a month or two. There's a lot that happens, and then you might hear different certain names or new things in an ecosystem that you may not be aware of. We want to make sure that you always have a platform to be able to get those details. So that's why we have these programs, and it's a wonderful way for us to be able to connect. Now let me check, see if we have any questions on TG. Now again, for those that may have questions, but you don't want to speak for whatever reason, that's totally okay. Just feel free to just drop your question in our main chat in TG, and that'll give us an opportunity to take a look at it. And of course, like most of the times, again, I say this all the time, and I truly mean it. Like our mods are incredible, all right, and they might get to the answer before I get to it, right? But like all in all, such a wonderful team, you know. And let's see here. Um, Somebody's phone got banned. How can you get your coin back from the Floki trading bot? It's a great question. I don't have an answer to that. We'll see if we can get you a response though. But for everybody tuning in, and thank you so much. And mind you, there's a lot more that's coming. There's a lot more that's coming. So we've got a couple AMAs set up for the next couple of weeks, so you'll get some details on that. And there's just so much that's happening. I mean, TikTok, right? November is right around the corner, and I can't wait to see Valhalla go live on mainnet. Now, if for whatever reason you get this announcement right after the recording is set, and you have a question, we always have our midweek mixer for the most part. And if we don't, we'll always have our weekly VCs. But still, if you have a question immediately after this, please feel free to drop it in our main chat in TG, and we'll certainly get to it, okay? For everybody that's tuned in, thank you so much. Super excited about everything that's happening. And again, this isn't like every other project in crypto, period, right? This is a movement, and this is a family, and we're growing together, and we're making history in blockchain. We've grown accustomed to that. we will reach our goal. We're on our way, being the most popular and widely utilized cryptocurrency in the world. I hope you all have a wonderful day and an incredible weekend. This now officially concludes our program. Take care.